Good morning Year 9 and welcome to today's maths lesson. Let's start off with a starter, shall we? Can you find a half of 566? Can you do 54.5 divided by 5? 3.4 times 10 to the power 3? And if y is equal to x squared plus 3, find y when x is equal to 4. Use your substitution. Pause the video and have a go at these questions in your light blue books now, please. Right, let's go through the answers. To find half of 566, I need to do 566 divided by 2. 2's into 5 go 2, remainder 1. 2's into 16 is 8, and 2's into 6 is 3, so I'm looking at 283. For my second lot of division, I need to do 54.5 in my bus stop, divided by 5. 5's into 5 is 1, 5's into 4 is 0, remainder 4. 5's into 45 goes 9, so 10.9. For the next question, I've got 3.4 times 10 cubed. Dylan, what does 10 cubed mean? You're right, it means 10 times 10 times 10. 10 times 10 would give me 100, times another 10 will give me 1,000. So the question I'm doing is 3.4 times 1,000, which gives me 3,400. And finally, for the last question, we're doing a substitution. So wherever I see an x, I need to write the number 4. Y is equal to 4 squared plus 3. 4 squared is just 4 times 4, which gives me 16, plus 3, which gives me 19. Let's head into today's lesson. We're going to start off with a quick recap of last lesson. Changing the subject of a formula to x means what? What do we mean when we say x is the subject of a formula, Ryan? Exactly, it means it looks like x equals something or something equals x. We've always got x on its own on one side of the equal sign. So, for example, if I need to make x the subject of x plus 6 equals y, I want to make this look like x is equal to something. And the way I'm going to do it, I can either use my bar model, where I can say the length of x is equal to the length of y, take away the length of 6, so x is equal to y, take away 6, or I can think of it as subtracting 6 from both sides of my equation. If I think of it like that, subtracting 6 from both sides of my equation would leave me with x plus 6 take away 6 equals y take away 6, plus 6 take away 6 just gives me x on its own, so x is equal to y take away 6. Let's do another example. If I've got y is equal to x plus 3a, and I want to make this look like x on its own on one side of the equation, I need to subtract 3a from both sides. If I do this, I get y take away 3a equals x plus 3a take away 3a plus 3a take away 3a will just leave me with y take away 3a equals x. And here x is the subject because it's on its own on one side of the equation. Over to you, Year 9. In your light blue books or on your mini whiteboards, is the answer A, B, C or D? if I rearrange the equation y plus x equals q to make x the subject, so I need to make it look like x is equal to something. Pause the video for a minute and work that out now, please. Okay, to make x the subject, I need to subtract y from both sides of my equation. So now I've got y, take away y, plus x equals q, take away y. Y take away y goes away, so I get x is equal to q, take away y, and the answer is D. Over to you, Year 9. How about now? Can you rearrange this one to make x the subject? Pause the video for a minute or two and work out your answer in your light blue books for me. Okay, Josh, we're going to do this one together. What do I need to subtract from both sides of this equation to make it look like x is equal to something? Exactly, Josh. I need to subtract my y squared from both sides. When I do that, I get x is equal to q squared, take away y squared, so the correct answer is A. For today's lesson, this is our lesson destination. We're looking at rearranging p equals r take away 3 to make r the subject, and rearranging m take away 3 equals 4k to make m the subject. To start us off, in your dark blue books, carrying on under the title that we were beginning on last lesson, I'm going to go through an example and then there's one for you to do. So here's my example. I've got A take away B equals Y, and I've drawn it as a bar model. So I'm saying the length of A, take away the length of this blue bit, gives me my Y, my green bit. I want to make A the subject, so I want to make it look like A is equal to something. To do this, I need to add B to both sides of my equation. Adding B to both sides of my equation gets rid of this subtract B, because now I've got A take away B plus B equals Y plus B. Take away B plus B goes away, so I get A is equal to Y plus B. A is the subject because it's on its own on one side of the equal sign. Over to you, Year 9. In your dark blue books, have a go at this example for me, please. Pause the video and make A the subject. Okay, let's go through the answer. Again, I want to make it look like A is equal to something. To do this, I need to add 2B to both sides to get rid of this subtract 2B. That gives me A take away 2B plus 2B equals Y plus 2B. Subtract 2B plus 2B, that cancels out, so I get A is equal to Y plus 2B. Please make sure you've got this example in your dark blue books or your neat set of notes for me, Year 9. And then mini whiteboards for me. Can you make x the subject of this equation? Pause the video for a minute and work it out now. Okay, I need to add y to both sides to get rid of this subtract y. That gives me x, take away y, plus y equals 12 plus y. Take away y plus y cancels out. X is equal to 12 plus y. How good are you, Year 9? Make x the subject of this one. Let's go through it. I need to add 7y to both sides to get rid of this subtract 7y. So now I've got x, subtract 7y, plus 7y equals 12 plus 7y. x equals 12 plus 7y. How about now? Pause the video, have a little think. Okay, we do it in the same way. I add 7y to both sides. So I get x is equal to 12 plus z plus 7y. One more for me, Year 9. Pause the video, have a little think about this one. Exactly the same process. We're adding 7y to both sides. You get 12 plus z divided by y plus 7y equals x. Well done if you got that one right. That one was tricky. Over to you, Year 9. In your light blue books, please pause the video for 10 minutes. See how far you can get through these, making x the subject for me. Pause the video and complete those questions now, please. And these are the answers I was looking for. Please check your work and see how you did. And this was our first lesson destination today. Please pause the video and have a go at these questions for a couple of minutes in your light blue books now. Right, let's go through it. For the first one, I've got P is equal to R take away 3. To make R the subject, I need to get rid of that take away 3 by adding 3 to both sides, which gives me P plus 3 equals R, or R equals P plus 3. So the correct answer was R equals P plus 3. And in the same way, we need to add 3 to both sides to this one, which tells me M is equal to 4k plus 3. Okay, Year 9, this is our second lesson destination of today. Let's see if we can get there. First of all, I'm going to do some bar modelling for these. I've got y this time is equal to 3 lots of x. And as a bar, I could write that as y is equal to x, x, and x. 3 lots of x. I can then write that as y equals x plus x plus x. I can also say that the size of x is equal to y divided by 3. For the second one, I've got r divided by 3 is p. So I could write that as p is r divided by 3, or r is equal to 3 lots of p. Over to you, Year 9. In your light blue books, draw these as bar models for me and see if you can write an equation for each of them, which looks like Q is equal to something, S is equal to something, X is equal to something, and B is equal to something. Pause the video and have a go at that in your light blue books now, please. And these are the answers. Please check your work and see how you did. Okay, we're going to use this to do some more rearranging of formulae. So pens down, eyes on me. I'll go through an example and then there's one for you to do. I've got B is equal to 3A. So as a bar, my B is equal to A plus A plus A, or 3 lots of A. If I divide both sides of my equation by 3, I get B divided by 3 equals A, as 3A divided by 3 just gives me A. So I know I can write that as a fraction. A is equal to B divided by 3. We can use the same process if we've got a letter. If I divide both sides of this equation by C, I get A is equal to B divided by C. Over to you, Year 9, in your dark blue books. Please have a go at these two for me. Pause the video and can you make A the subject of each of these equations? If you want to draw the bar model, I've given you the starting part to help you out. Okay, let's go through it. I want to make this look like A is equal to something. So to do that, I need to divide both sides by 2. So for the first one, A is just equal to B divided by 2. The second one was a bit trickier. I wanted A on its own. To do that, I needed to divide both sides by 2C. So I get A is equal to B divided by 2C. Please make sure you've got this in your dark blue books for me. And then, Year 9, please switch to your light blue books and have a go at these for me. 4 questions. Can you rearrange the formula to make the letter in brackets the subject? So here, you need to make M the subject, you need to make G the subject, you need to make E the subject, you need to make K the subject. For the first one, I've given you the first couple of steps. See if you can finish it off. For the second one, I've given you the first step. See if you can finish it off. For the third one, I've given you just one number. See if you can finish it off. And for the fourth one, I've given you no steps. You're on your own. If you're confident, have a go at part B for me. Pause the video for 5 minutes and have a go at these questions now, please. And these are the answers. Please check your work and see how you did, Year 9. Sorry, the last one's a bit hidden. And finally, Year 9, this was our lesson destination number 2. Please pause the video for a couple of minutes and have a go at this exam question for me. Right, let's go through it. I've got P is equal to 3 lots of R. I want to get R on its own. To do that, I need to divide both sides of my equation by 3, which leaves me with P divided by 3 equals R, or R is equal to P divided by 3. And that's the end of today's lesson, Year 9. Please head on over to Google Classroom and submit today's exit ticket. Thanks for listening, always a pleasure, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.